Good morning and welcome back. I'm Devin Dagnall, joined today by Em and Nick from the UMaine Grad Workers Union. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Morning. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great. It's good to be here.
Yeah, so you guys have been in bargaining with the University of Maine for about the past 6 months, you were telling me. How has the process been so far?
To be frank, it's been pretty frustrating. When we organized, we got a supermajority of support from graduate workers through the UMaine system, and what we really heard workers demanding was transformational change to our conditions in the workplace. And the things that people needed, range from improving our pay, improving our benefits, improving our protections in the workplace, protections including things, against discrimination and harassment, improving safety, things like this. And what we've found in bargaining, for the most part, is that the university system has been really resistant to the idea of the kind of transformational change that workers are demanding.
So these transformative changes, is it really big stuff, or are you guys just asking, like, hey, can we just, get a base pay that works for us? What are we looking at for these demands?
Yeah, we're trying to set the standard for our working conditions, so that doesn't really exist right now. So we're talking about things like pay across different departments being standardized or setting a minimum base level there. We're talking about our healthcare. We're the only institution in the Northeast that receives less than 95% coverage on our healthcare. And we're also talking about things like non-discrimination and harassment protections and health and safety protections like that. So it's kind of all across the board, but some really very important items.
I'm really glad you brought up the protections aspect, because I know one of your biggest bargaining chips right now is protection for international students, or specifically international grad workers. Why is that such a stronghold for you guys?
Yeah, when you're when you're a graduate worker, you already have major elements of your life controlled by one institution. There's your academic progress, and there's your professional life and your income. When you're an international worker, you have an additional layer, which is your right to be in the country. And so you're just very exposed. You have the UMaine system has just a ton of power over these very fundamental elements of your life. And so for us, it is a really big priority to ensure that international workers who do a ton of research and a ton of teaching at the UMaine system and really enrich the system and the state have the protections they need to be able to live and work with a feeling of security and dependability in their academic pursuits and in their work.
So obviously it's some very important work that you guys are doing, and we're going to stay up to date with you guys as this process moves along. We'll be checking back in with you. But for now, let's toss it over to Devin Biggs for your forecast.